guys, minions, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here, we are back for another one of our Patreon one-shots. This time, I am not helming this ship. Trevor is, and we are playing Otherscape. Not exactly Tokyo Otherscape, and definitely not Metro Otherscape, just the Otherscape. But if you like this channel, you like what we do here, and you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is just like these fine folks over on our Patreon, link in the description down below. While you're down there, make sure you join us over in the Discord, be a part of the community, be a part of the conversation, and as always, in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you will see the corruption bar. That bar serves two purposes. One is when that bar fills, who knows what Trevor will do to us. Certainly not me. And two, every single dollar that goes into that bar goes back to this thing, this channel, this life, for new things like an office, sound equipment, plugging in all of the accessories that you see here before you that have been here for like 2 years. All of those things and more, and mortgages. With that being said, I turn things over to Trevor to bring us into the Otherscape.
The revolution came not on a battlefield, but in a boardroom. No shots were fired, just poured and used to toast a mutually beneficial arrangement. It was conquest, with cocktails. Governments bought and sold just like any other corporate investment. And for most people, life went on. The endless barrage of stimulation provided by our mere state of existence, relentless media, dopamine addictions, tech evolving faster than it could even be understood. There was just so much noise. Our senses were overwhelmed, and we tuned out the world around us as a matter of mental survival. That's when the mythoi returned. Legends, heroes, villains, gods, and even entire stories were able to manifest in our world again now that we had stopped paying attention. Relics, places of power, rituals, avatars, collectively known as sources, offered power. And where there is power, you know the corps are going to want to control and exploit it. On the upside, they do pay well for it. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and sometimes you just take a job just because of the paycheck. Maybe try to do a little good while you're at it if the opportunity presents itself. Welcome to the megacity of Utopia. Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to be playing Otherscape, which, for those of you that didn't figure that out from the intro, is a cyberpunk meets magic setting game using the City of Mist engine. We are going to be doing an adventure today called Strings Attached. So what we're going to do, I'm going to set the scene, and then we're going to have our players each describe their characters a little bit. You guys are an already formed but still somewhat new and fledgling crew. And one of the reasons why you took this job was your contact, your fixer, is Frank Solid. And you know that she has her fingers in just about everything. So getting on her good side, getting on her contact list, the jobs will start coming fast and furious. So let's begin. The wind howls under a bleak sky as you almost slip and fall. The climb to the top of the old shipyard crane is difficult and not for the faint of heart. This fixer, Solid, who's supposed to have a job for you, just chose the strangest place to meet. At one point, this whole area was part of the infrastructure for the docks, but that was long ago. Now these 10 or 20 square miles are silted up and unused. Ever since the floods, it's just the sludge zone. The giant crane perches above it all with an eagle's eye view of the surrounding chemical marsh and the dark waters of the narrow bay beyond. A broken bridge juts out into the waves toward a derelict island. This is the midden pile left behind by the megacity, and few would come here except on serious business. So let's start, like I said, by going around and just introducing and describing your characters, and we will start with Mike.
Me, I am playing Kerberos. Kerberos is he is a drone designer and manufacturer and operator. He is a mechanic, a Mr. Fix-It, with a relatively can-do attitude. You see that he has long brown hair, sort of tied back into like a nape of the neck ponytail, a low ponytail. He has cybernetics in his face, chest, like clavicle area, and you see that he is wearing like a very like Miami Vice button down T-shirt, and over the top of that is a cut off lab coat to expose the pink flamingo short sleeves in his shirt. And he seems to be kind of chill. And he also has he is followed everywhere by his three adorable little dogs that are all robots. That are all drone robots. Yeah, that's Kerberos.
What are their names?
They don't have names yet because I didn't think that far ahead, G.
Oh.
All right.
You, Ethan, get over here.
Yeah.
They're Ichi, and San.
Yeah.
Let's move on next to G. G, please describe Valkyrie for us.
Yeah, Valkyrie looks like a person inside a mech suit. Imagine like an unpainted, unrendered Iron Man suit. It's all just silver and very shiny. But when you get up, if you were to get up closer to her, you would notice that the suit, sorry, imagine the suit without the face mask, so her face is showing. Imagine that the suit looks like it's melding with her skin. Like she is now becoming a part of this suit. And she is about 7 feet tall. And she's climbing this structure of this huge crane. And you don't really see any other seams or anything on her, but she does have like some bulk to her arms, maybe indicating that there's some kind of hidden weapons in there. And she is like whoop, whoop, like very seamlessly climbing up the metal struts of this thing. And she doesn't say anything, and she looks down to see if the other two are following.
Other three, but that's okay.
Yes. Well, I assumed Kerberos was above us. That's why.
Yeah,
That's why
fair,
he went
fair,
first.
Okay. So continuing down, I think we're going to go to Harishi next. So Aikwen, please introduce us to Harishi.
Well, certainly. Orishi is about like 5'6" or so. Super thin, bony girl. She's always dressed in whatever she considers to be fashion because, fashion doesn't have to cost. And whatever those other people in Megacity says fashion is, just ain't it. Tonight, she's chosen a nice, dark, long coat, white tank top with a pair of like purplish pants. They are the ones that, you sit in with a belt and then they stick out and it's fabulous. With a pair of boots because we're working tonight. And she has her left arm is an augmented robotics arm, which also has her tattooing needles inside because she's a tattoo artist, very skilled one. She did her own work, and especially none of this is makeup. It's all for real, permanent. And she's climbing up, and it's usually in a very like nice talkative mood, and is going to try to chat up the other ones as they're climbing up.
Okay. And finally, Profo, introduce us to Genji, if you would.
You're muted.
Yep.
The factory mute sometimes works. I don't know what it is about my setup, and I'm not taking it apart until I buy a new mic. Okay, so at the very last opportunity for a road, a very old school vehicle is ditched. It looks like it looks like a Renault 5 for any of you cool enough to get that reference. A man in a very long trench coat gets out. You wonder how 7 foot of guy manages to get into a very small car, but somehow he does. And he's very sunglasses at night. in his approach to life. Apart from his hair is ice white, and his eyes are sort of a bluey grey. And he is built. He looks like a guy that you think government. His implants are subtle, and they're over the line of the high end tattoos that Harishi would supply to the top tier of clients that are big money. He shrugs. He changes his boots to wade through some mud, and eventually arrives at the top of the ladder, and he sparks up a thin cigar.
When you get to the top, Francine Frank Solid, professional fixer, stands at the top of the crane like a storm goddess watching the ground below, her broad shoulders hugged by a tactical vest as her short curly hair writhes in the wind. She stands impassively as you climb, watching and assessing the visitors to her steel Olympus. As you reach the top, where a windbreak creates a small haven from the rushing winds, a fist-sized drone detaches itself from her cybernetic shoulder socket, floating to examine each of your faces. Solid nods in approval as your identities are confirmed. Good. You made it. Her voice is hoarse, and you can see a bluish vapor wafting on her breath. Nice climb? I don't hire cowards for my contracts, so glad we got that out of the way. Solid gives you a moment to settle yourselves on the metal framework of the crane. I've got a contract with Kalakanzaros and partners to find an associate of theirs, Karl Mazarek. He's a Khan who was evacuated along with several hundred others out of that hellhole when the water came. With a face like a storm cloud, Solid points toward the bay at a derelict island out in the waves. Scarin Correctional Complex. But now the company that owns it, Threadwell, has moved back in, and they seem to have brought Mazarek with them, alongside some other inmates. Officially, the place is still closed, so whatever they're doing is probably being backed up by armed corporate guards. This also creates an opportunity to break Mazarek out, which is what K&P are willing to pay for. Apparently he's a genius when it comes to synthetic gems. They call him the Gem Cutter. Or at least they would if you managed to get him out of there in one piece. Otherwise, you'll know him as a corpse that cost us a lot of money. Genji, what do you do?
He continues casually smoking, admiring the view. I see what you set up here.
Okay.
Can't pay for a view like this downtown.
No, and this one's free of charge. Just, the approach, well, scares off the solicitors. What am I going to do?
So, the guy you're looking for, what's he down for? What they get him on? Taxes?
Actually, I don't actually know what he was in for. Just know that he was there. He got Threadwell scattered their prisoners to other facilities when Scarin was abandoned. Now they want him back. Kerberos, what are you doing?
He is very absent-mindedly here. He's picked up words like Threadwell, Gem Cutter, prison, and that's pretty much all he's picked up. He's sort of taking in the view and picking at pieces of metal that are on this structure and feeding them to the small. In their current form, they are like 1 pound puppies, feeding metal chips to the dogs. He sort of goes with the flow or is the flow. So he's sure if anything's important, someone will tell him it's important, and therefore does not exactly pay attention to the moment. He hasn't heard any words that trigger his attention span, like dead. Really, that's the only one. So he's just sort of existing here in the periphery.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think the wind picks up and everyone's clothing kind of like blows dramatically, except for Valkyrie, of course. She's just standing there like arms out like that, just like feet shoulder width apart, and she doesn't sway with the wind at all. And she looks at Solid, and she just wants to confirm. You want us to extricate this Carl Mazarek, the gem cutter, from the Scarin Correctional Complex?
That's right. Well, I don't. K&P does.
Hmm.
I'm just the middle person, the negotiator.
And other than armed guards, what other obstacles do you foresee us
Well,
encountering?
Threadwell, as you know, I mean, they're huge in health, immigration administration, and incarceration. They get paid well, and the government, what left there is of it, they do everything. I know that if this place is locked down as much as it seems to be, remember, it's not even open information this place is even operational again.
Hmm.
Waxite.
Absolutely. So I can only assume that armed guards will be the least of the problems you face.
Well, if they were looking for discretion and a very like tight artificial grin like spreads across her face, maybe we can help illuminate things. Then she holds up her arm, and then from the side a small little like high-speed minigun like pops out, and just the barrel starts spinning and makes like a whirling sound.
Does it come with floaties? Don't expect you're very good on the water there, Val.
I am completely air or watertight.
No, no, lay off her. See, it's working, girl. It's working. I love that look on you.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
She
it's
turns to
very,
Horishi.
it's
She
very
turns to Horishi and
nautical.
she just like kind of does like this really like a robotic Vogue pose.
It's very nautical
see,
chic. Reminds me of an anchor.
some
Uh,
of you boys should really learn some style. Look at her, all nice, polished, ready to go. Oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it tonight. Gonna get rich.
for a second, Kerberos looks down at his teal shirt with flamingos and sunsets on it, and doesn't really understand what you mean by style because he is peak.
Well,
Trevor,
naturally,
I thought you were going to say he
perfect for
doesn't
this
understand what you meant
mission.
by discretion, but
Yeah.
or
No, he's
subtlety.
well-
perfect for this mission because he's prime yacht rock, isn't he?
he's something. Trevor, what do we know about K&P?
K&P is they are a law firm. You know that they worked with some of the prisoners in Scarin before it was shut down. After it was decommissioned and the prisoners transferred to other facilities, they had always had a lot of interest in Mazarek. So it's probably good odds that they paid someone off to get him out early, which means when Threadwell pulled whatever bullshit bureaucracy trick they did to get him back, they are obviously not happy about it. They probably, I mean, he's, well, actually, let's see what you do know. So we're going to do our first roll of the game, and this is going to be Kerberos, and anyone else who wishes to can do this as well.
Valkyrie
Otherscape,
will not.
Otherscape, for those of you that are not familiar with it, runs on a modified version of the City of Mist engine. Characters have no ability scores, they have no list of skills, they just have a list of descriptive tags that they can apply to their roles as they think is appropriate. So, Kerberos, what tags would you like to use for this role?
Shit. I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use Wing It and Hands-On Learner for whatever I would have used whatever I would have done, sort of going into this mission, to like
Okay.
track that kind of thing.
That's fair. Yep.
All right, so I'm clicking on my tags, and then what am I rolling? Tracked.
This is just going to be a quick outcome.
A quick one. Okay.
Can I get in on this?
Yeah, can
Yeah.
I roll too? Because I actually have some stuff that I can use.
Okay.
I don't know
So-
shit about shit.
Yep.
I'm gonna wanna add, say, shady dealings and tech supplies.
Why tech
Suppliers. Tech suppliers.
Okay. Oh.
I know that's your
yep.
taste. My customer talks.
Yep. I'm good with those.
Excellent. Let's see. Quick.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Girls got
He's
ears.
cheating.
Talk,
He's
talk,
cheating.
talk.
He just rebuilt his PC. He's cheating.
Yeah,
Prove it, handsome boy. Prove it.
go over there and prove it.
Yep.
Yeah, and Valkyrie will too, but Valkyrie just goes like her voice kind of turns like a recording, and she goes, Ragnarok Incorporated, we'll see it done. And then her little targeting reticle in her eye spins, and she has a onboard AI, and that's what I'm gonna use. My Mimir onboard AI and search and analyze. Tags.
I wouldn't say search and analyze, but I would take the arms industry. under affiliation.
Employee of Ragnarok.
Employee of Ragnarok and arms industry. Go ahead and use both.
And that's a quick.
Yep.
7.
Why?
Yay.
Okay. Genji, do you want to get in on this? Or
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I was obviously use network of informants.
Of course.
I'm not sure if knows where to look. Is that going to apply? That he knows who to call. He maybe knows a guy that did time here, or he's got contacts maybe with the guards. Maybe find a blueprint of what it looked like before the disaster.
Okay.
And then would any of the affiliations with the Bureau or the government or cutting through red tape, would any of those help?
I would say cutting through red tape.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So what do I hit to roll?
The quick button over on the left.
If I can find it. Oh, yeah. Where is it? Nah. I'm just not being able to see the wood for the trees here. Quick. Oh, here it is. Would be the second one down.
Of course. Oh, so okay, so I'm going to assume you didn't mean to burn network of informants, did you?
No.
Okay, so we'll bring that down to an 8.
Mm-hmm.
So it's again succeeds with consequences. So I'm gonna say that Iquin Harishi's massive success is going to kind of cancel out Kerberos' complete failure. So Kerberos describe
you need to pay attention.
describe Mike what Kerberos is about to do that is going to completely flub things, and then Iquin, please describe how Harishi heads this off at the pass before things can get really bad.
I think
John, you have to pay attention.
Yeah, I think he doesn't actually do anything. He only caught snippets of the conversation, and so he just starts saying things that he thinks is accurate, given what limited knowledge he knows about what's happening. Like, he doesn't actually do anything. This is like research he did before, and he just starts trying to recall things. And he's like, no, that's the They did. They're like a corporation that does stuff with the thing, and then they did like a prison. They ran the prison, and and then there was like something to do with stolen gems.
Valkyrie's nodding.
Kirby-chan, remember that was the lunch menu, and that was what we had for dinner last night. That is completely irrelevant to the situation. You need to pay attention. I've told you so many times.
I thought we were getting paid for this. What? What are you?
We are getting paid, Kirby-chan. We are. That's why you need to pay attention.
Kirby-chan.
My whole body is recoiling at Kirby-chan. It makes me want to die a little bit inside.
And yet again, I've succeeded without even trying.
So I think,
Oh, golly.
okay, so now one of the things that you can do in this system is that pretty much anything can be a tag or a status. So I'm going to give Kerberos the status, not a tag, the status of Disgruntled 1. Which means until you take some time to try to recover from that, which may involve like a little side conversation with Harishi, nothing big, you are actually going to be at -1 to every roll that you make.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you're not completely wrong. I mean, Mazark's known for creating artificial precious stones. Got caught up in every single cartel that would deal with him, which was most of them. It's probably how he ended up in there anyway. Continued his work while he was in Scarin. I don't know, not much in counterfeit jewelry, but apparently he specializes in making things that are very useful in technological applications. Now, KNP did give me one lead, and that's they managed to identify his former cellmate, a guy named Basil Sedaris. He escaped Scarin and is now living under a false identity called Saint Bede. That might be a good lead to start with. She looks down at the ground below, kind of, spreads her hands and motions to. Well, dead docs down there. That's probably a good place to start for some information.
Oh, well, thank you. Your name was so inspiring, but I'm gonna call you Senpai. We're gonna take care of all of this and gonna go back and get paid in no time. Don't you worry.
That's what I love to hear.
Senpai solid.
Yep.
Senpai solid.
Yeah. Bye,
Solid
Frank.
senpai.
Yes, a solid senpai.
We'll touch base when these jokers stop blowing smoke up your ass.
See? Everything's gonna be fine, Solid Senpai. Don't you fret. We are here to save everyone's day and, earn that sweet, sweet money, cash, gemstones. I don't really care as long as I get paid in something that's valuable.
Yeah. Payment will come. KNP have deep pockets. But I'll tell you this. This is your test run for me. Everyone knows me. Everyone comes to me for jobs. You know that phrase, doing someone a solid?
Mm-hmm.
That's your name.
Where
Senpai.
do you think the saying came from?
Before you were born. But
Do this?
I like it. I like it. You know what? If this pans out, I might even do a back piece for you. Just throw it in there.
We can talk.
Nice.
Ragnarok Incorporated will see it done.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I've come to expect. And she turns back around and goes back to her vape. She is obviously done with you.
Sweet. So I was under the impression that the place where we need to go is on the other side of this island, which the crane is.
No, the island is the derelict island that's out in the bay is Skirin. However,
okay.
the
picture
water.
Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
We're
so
up
it's a
here if you
distance.
Yeah, and the water here is not fit for man nor bot.
Okay.
This was so the sludge zone, as it's called. It was flooded basically with every kind of corporate chemical waste that they. Once the governments pretty much fell to corporate control, and of course all regulation was lifted, just the waters. I mean, it was a sludge fest, and eventually that's what happened. Is basically a dam broke, and everything that mostly Epis Industries, but all of the big corporations, including Threadwell, actually, had been dumping into one of the local waterways in Utopia, burst, and just this whole area was just decimated.
Shitty.
How
Alright.
would one get there if they were to attempt?
You don't know, but
Great.
so what? But you do have a lead for someone who might know because he escaped, and you have a place where you can go to scout for information.
Dead docks, is that what I heard?
The dead dock, yes.
And that's where Basil is?
No.
Oh.
She doesn't know where Basil is. KNP don't know where Basil is. They just know that he is Mazarik's former cellmate, and he's living under the alias of Saint Bede.
Perhaps we go to this dead dock.
I think that was implicit.
Do we know anything about the dead dock?
It is one of the most commonly known illegal markets. It's a rundown pier. It has become a kind of a haven for criminals, for the unhoused, and it's a large street, basically street market. Though most of the people that are selling things are less than squeaky clean, but there are also a lot of people there that probably know a lot of things.
Cool.
I love the dead dogs. It's such a vibe there. Let's go.
And then Valkyrie's just gonna step to the edge of the gantry there, and she's just gonna step off.
Okay.
Because I have some LCF. Ragnarok Incorporated doesn't build shit mech suits or anything like that, or war machines. So I'm assuming she's just gonna land on her feet.
Sure.
Thanks, Trevor.
Let's do that. Yep. You are a human war machine, so yeah, let's just do that.
And I'm heavily armored.
Yep.
Everyone else just slowly climbs down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there like guardrails on the climbing? We call it ladder thingy.
Oh hell no.
It's
Oh, I was-
exactly
I
like you
wanted-
see on the picture.
No, I just wanted to grab the guardrails and just slide down like. Whee!
So you can do that for the various beams. It may take, if you're going across some of the cross beams, it may involve a few different slides. But yeah, you can make that.
You can parkour
course.
your way down, like
Yep, pretty much.
I mean, if you can slide anywhere, I'm gonna slide, and you're gonna hear. Whee! Whee! Whee!
Okay.
And Valkyrie will just stand like guard as she waits for everyone to join her.
You drove really fast and got there first, and you're just going to wait for everyone else.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm imagining just going to get a cold coffee from the vending machine.
Yeah.
top
No,
up
I
some
drove there
oil.
really fast so I could just lean against the hood of my car like Jason Statham and just like
Look cool.
look cool. Yeah.
Valkyrie has a truck. Probably one of the Bearcats that SWAT use.
Yeah.
So you all get to the bottom of the crane, and you are in the dead dock.
Oh shit. The
that's
dead
what I
dog at the
love.
bottom of the crane this whole time? Sweet.
Yeah,
That's what I love. A fast commute.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dead dock is here in the sludge zone. That's
Sweet. That's perfect.
I take it there are no people insane enough to go out on the water here. So.
oh no.
Not even boats, or do the boats have to be heavily modified?
The boats have to be very heavily modified.
Okay.
One of the reasons why, Threadwell tried to keep Scarin open even after the flood until the actual Scarin facility itself got flooded, because that just made it harder to escape from because the water was literally toxic.
Mm-hmm.
So how do they conduct business transfers?
You have no idea.
Strange. I mean, even
and
when the prison was in operation, they were very clandestine about how they would take.
When they were officially open, Threadwell had basically a private squad of VTOLs.
Yeah.
That would bring prisoners in and out.
So Valkyrie's gonna take a look out into the bay. We see Scarin from here? And does it look like it's occupied if we can?
You can very barely see it. It is also nighttime, and the facility is not lit up at all.
Okay.
It is completely dark, both outside and you can't see any lights from the inside. It looks like it is still shut down, which, according to Solid, is exactly what Threadwell wants people to think.
Okay. And what kind of company is Threadwell? You said they do everything?
So Threadwell was mostly known for, give me a moment. They were a big contractor for government services in the sectors of health, incarceration, and immigration administration. So
Private ICE. Private ICE.
Yeah, private ICE. Very nice. So yeah, they were also very known. Their correctional complexes, such as Skirin, were known. They had a great reputation for being very secure and having a very high rehabilitation rate. So they were always in great demand.
So how does the health portion come in? Like, we're talking about pharmaceuticals or okay. I'm just trying to think of, is there a place we can go in the dead docks that might have a connection to what Threadwell does to possibly have us get away over there, or someone who has information to get us over there?
I mean, you can try. So let's.
I have a thing I can roll for here for that answer possibly. So once we get to the dead docks, you see Cabaraz kind of looking around at like just a slew of people, right? You said this is kind of like a street market, right? So I imagine there's like rows and rows of these like sort of street carts, little hovels. And if this is where information goes to gather, we see Cabaraz kind of stop, and he like looks around at everybody and says, "All right, so just so I make sure that I understand here, Saint Bart, what's his name?
Saint Bede.
Saint Bede. Okay, and
that guy's gonna be so far from here.
Right, but we need information, and he was the cellmate, and we're looking for something to do with Basil.
Basil Sedaris.
Okay, is that a herb?
Basil Sedaris.
Okay, got it. And something to do with a guy named Carl, right? And a way
Carl
across the
Zarek.
sludge. Okay, cool. Got it. And he
focus on one little bite, so you're gonna choke.
Oh, I can't focus on one. And he crouches down and he like runs a finger along the back of the heads of his three little canines, the three little puppies, and you see them like shiver, and then they transform into slightly larger dogs because they're bigger on the inside. And you see him touch the cybernetics on the sides of his eyes, and a HUD just across his eyes. And you watch as he squats down and simultaneously pilots 3 drones, which is not a thing that most people can do. And they take off as he is sending his dogs to gather information throughout the marketplace as listening, viewing devices, etc.
Okay.
So I'm going to use, let's see here. I'm going to use K9 units, track and chase, drone operator HUD, and 3-fold multitask.
Sure. Okay.
And I believe that's it. So I get a -1 for disgruntled. So I'm going to roll you. What do you want? A quick roll?
No, a tracked roll, please.
Tracked roll. Tracked.
Or I'm sorry, no, it is. I'm sorry, quick roll.
Okay.
It is quick roll. I'm sorry.
Pow. 8.
Okay.
So a success with consequence.
Yep. What is everyone else doing?
Genji's
That's
going to
puppy
seek
song.
whoever the unofficial sort of dock master is around here.
Okay. And what are you going to use to roll that?
Network of informants knows where to look, and not sure. Would the bureau have? Would his bureau have sort of files on the movers and shakers around here?
Probably not, but since I would, however, take Grizzled Investigator.
Yeah. Okay.
So all three of those. Yep.
It'll get good eventually.
That 5 is a common roll.
Yeah. It really is.
And can I do? I'll try something.
Okay.
She's gonna. I don't know if I can make. I want to make an assumption here. Actually, no, I don't.
You remember what my dad says about those? That's out of you and me.
Yeah, she's going to look. She's going to ask around for this
Okay.
Basil Sedaris.
Okay.
And it's going to look like her, like, stomping up to people and going, "Do you know Basil Sedaris, aka Saint Bede?"
Okay, so you're basically intimidating them.
Sure. Yeah, I'm assuming she looks pretty intimidating.
Oh yeah.
She's not trying to be, but like I'm sure it just happens. Yeah. I don't know if I have anything that I could use for this.
I would take Human War Machine.
Heavily armored. If we're going with intimidation.
No, but I would take Search and Analyze from Mimir.
Okay, cool. What about, like, I have the Wad of Midnight Runners thinking on the spot?
So the
know
Midnight
if
Runners
that's
is your
something.
crew.
Yeah.
Those tags, basically, you can use them once and then they are burnt.
Oh, okay.
Now you can spend some of your recovery to try to get them back.
Okay, well, I'll leave it.
Yeah, that is once for the entire crew.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're once.
Okay, and so that's a quick roll again?
Yep.
Come on, big money. 6.
8. Yet another 8.
She succeeds with or benefits the PC, but there are still some consequences.
Yep. And Harishi.
Well, I've always liked that little puppy the best. Can I try to use my neural jack to just jack into Kerberos to also look through the dog's eyes, but sort of more one at a time while he's driving them?
You can also use your Neuralink to basically tap into cyberspace.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna definitely tap into cyberspace.
Okay.
I was thinking of it more like a matrix jacking device.
Nope.
Oh, it's wireless? I
Yep.
love wireless. Wireless has so much more style than cables.
So what are you going to use?
I'm going to use my oh, where did it go?
Tap into cyberspace. That's
Tap
so
into cyberspace.
unk.
Well, since I am also transcending my humanity and I'm gonna search all of the web at the same time with my neural jack, can I use that? And no, I don't know what else I could use. I mean, I could always try to press for, I have style.
That will not help you here.
No, I don't know. I'm thinking the only other twos that would is either the tech suppliers again or the shady dealings. Like I know which parts of the cyberspace to look in to narrow it down faster.
I take Shady Dealings.
All right.
Yeah, you go into some of your your more used, not quite on the up and up domains, and see what you can read out there.
Quickie wiki. 9.
Okay, so we all got mixed hits. That's good. So you do learn the following things. you learn that Basil Steris, he seems to have tried to disappear. There have been rumors about plastic surgery, about fingerprint removal, but it only went so far. Saint Bede actually owns Bede's Venerable Boxing Club in another district in the city. The sludge zone it's impossible, obviously, to use it as a waterfront. But there is a gang around here that kind of lays claim to the area, and they are called the Crocodilians. And finally, you do learn. In fact, Harishi, this is what you learn. One of the domain servers from that was previously used in Skirin was repurposed as a virtual environment known as the Vineyard, which is a pleasure domain leased to a Threadwell subsidiary. So there's a chance that maybe some of the old details about the prison are kind of still hidden in the Vineyard's framework. You get this information kind of very piecemeal. A lot of people seem very, very unwilling to talk. A couple of people, they look like they're about to volunteer some information, and then the person they're with, kind of taps them on the shoulder and kind of looks over their shoulders and no, we don't know who's listening. So you got this information out. It took you probably a little longer than you were expecting, than you were hoping. So it's been probably 2 to 3 hours.
Jesus. Mm-hmm.
Well, team, what did we learn?
All at once.
Info dump. Yeah, I think so. Kerberos kind of says, I don't know if we need to find this Basil Bede guy if we just get across to the island, right? We can just break in, kick ass, take names, steal guy.
Oh,
that's more preferable.
But how are we going to get to the island, Kirby-chan?
The crocodiles.
Ooh.
We just ride a crocodile across the sludge thing. I think that's what I got.
How can you be the way you are without having read Batman?
Is that like a half man, half bat?
There's one of those in the comic, yes.
Oh, I can
but
see.
But we're talking about Killer Croc, a large, mutated crocodile. And this was an old comic set before there was, mutagenic sludge. This was just regular mutagen.
Yeah, I mean, if you know him and he can give us a ride across the sludge, that'd be great. That'd save us a lot of time.
I can tattoo him for you, Genji-san. I think that would be amazing on you. I can see it right. You want to do it now?
If this bat person had a sort of mobile that could get us across the water, that would be preferable.
Some sort of bat glider?
Boat.
No, well, it has wings, right? It's a bat. It's a half man, half bat. Has wings.
Genji sort of slips off his trench coat, and there's a Batman tattoo on his forearm already.
Oh, I knew you would have one. Oh, I always know what to get.
Where do we find this crocodile company?
I don't know. I just heard that they existed.
So the Crocodilians is a gang.
Gang. Okay.
And they have claimed much of the sludge zone as their own territory. So it is possible to get over there. It's just going to be very difficult and both dangerous, both from the sludge zone itself as well as, if you attract the attention of the Crocodilians, that will probably not end well.
That's if we're going behind their backs.
Yeah.
Could we ask them?
You could try. However, because this took you longer than advertised, and you've been kind of turning over some stones, you hear almost so yeah you hear kind of whirring and kind of skittering from one of the walls near you. And you look up, and there are drones. They look like hands, but they're about 2 meters tall.
Okay.
And
Big.
there are 4 of them scrambling, up the walls, as if, basically, somewhere between spiders and Thing from the Addams Family.
Mhm.
How about we make them high-fiving each other impossible? Genji's going to draw.
And it looks like, see, everyone got an 8, but you got a 9.
This is why we have you, Vel-senpai. Take care of those big buddies.
So it's going to target Genji. And it looks, it comes up and, little tiny anchors kind of come out of the wrist, elbow, however long it is, and kind of latch it to the wall. And it turns and points its fingers towards you like it's preparing to fire something. What do you do?
Take cover behind sort of whatever sort of dock detritus there is.
Okay.
Return fire.
Okay, so you're going to so here's what we're going to do, because this is how a tracked outcome works.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make a roll,
yeah.
And then however much power you have for that roll, you can kind of split it up between doing damage to the drone and hiding yourself.
Mm-hmm. Cool. What do we need to roll?
Well, what tags are you going to use?
Well, it's not mystical, so I can't use any esoterica, can I?
Nope.
So we are gonna go with automatic side assets, automatic sidearm, Kevlar line raincoat.
So I will tell you this.
Yeah.
There's another kind of roll called a mitigate roll, which is what you can do when a challenge does damage to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can use a mitigate roll to try to lessen that. However, you cannot use the same tag for both an action and then reacting to the consequences of it.
Yeah.
So you might want to keep.
He's drawn. He's maybe got as low as he can, and he's just gonna take a shot.
Okay.
See if it scares him off.
Oh, shoot, I know. Okay. And yeah, there were actually even some minuses to that I hadn't gotten a chance to put in yet. So yeah, that fails pretty well entirely. And these dart-tipped wires kind of shoot out from its 3 fingertips, and they sink right past. Well, so they're going to sink into you. You are going to take an injury status of pierced unless you can mitigate it.
Yeah. So he's wearing Kevlar. He's wearing his Kevlar line raincoat. So just another quick roll with that.
No, a track roll.
Okay.
Or sorry, no, actually, just mitigate.
Okay, mitigate to the top. Yeah. Top left.
Yeah, mitigate. Just mitigate roll. Okay, so you can spend 1 power to mitigate it, which means it goes down from pierced 2 to grazed 1.
Okay.
Can I
Sure.
shoot these motherfuckers?
Yeah, let me. So they are going to. One of them looks at you, Valkyrie, and you see that it is beginning to gently hum and kind of vibrate a little bit. What would you
Sweet.
like to do?
She says, "I can do that too," and her minigun starts humming as it starts to spin, and she's gonna blast it with her arm-mounted weapons array, her high-speed minigun, a weapon for every need. Can I use targeting assist with my AI?
Yes, but give me a second to put in their statuses here.
Okay.
That's going to be that and that. Yep.
And can I use anything from my affiliations, like Employee of Ragnarok or something?
No, not to attack them. If you
Okay.
were trying to like figure out things about them, I would probably give you the arms industry.
Mm.
But no, if you're just doing an attack,
Well, unless Mimir can do that while I shoot.
no.
Okay. And this is a quick
Oh no,
Okay.
tracked. I'm sorry.
track attack?
Yep.
Okay. Let's go. So she's like, I can
There's
do
an
two.
There you go.
So her gun just goes like, if I make that sound, it's gonna mute my mic. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, she got the nice humming sound of the spinning minigun, and she does where's this thing.
The railgun goes
Exactly.
and
Railgun go burr.
yep.
Yeah.
And you have 4 power to do what you would like, including you can just give it,
Well, I'd like to
shut up 4.
I'd like to free Genji if that's possible. Breaks under diffuse.
Sure. Yeah. So I would say you can spend 1 power. Well, no,
Like,
because it's because they're 2 different drones.
Oh, this is a separate one?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was the same one.
No, there are 4 drones altogether.
Okay. Well, remove its ability to do whatever the fuck it just did to Genji.
Okay.
So, remove a target's useful tag or status, I guess.
Okay.
Give it a compelling status. Can I intimidate it? Or demoralize it? Can I demoralize it?
Probably not, as it is a drone.
Not too bad. Okay, so do that, and I'm going to blind and confuse it.
Okay.
And then can I do 2 harmful statuses?
You can do multiple levels of a single status.
Okay,
So if you wanted to put like all 4 of your power into attack, you could perforated 4 or whatever,
Okay, that seems kind of handy in sense of doing the damage.
Okay. So you're just going to do that straight up?
No, okay, sorry. I want it to not be able to do whatever it just did to Genji, and then I'm going to do the 3 power to whatever.
Okay.
To shoot.
Yep. So your railgun just rips through it. You have indeed removed its ability to fire its dart fingertips as well as do anything else.
Sweet. I thought I'd give you a hand, she says.
Nice.
But that doesn't come from her mouth. It comes from like a speaker.
It's a laugh track.
Yeah.
I'm hoping she has some Seinfeld slap bass in there too.
Laughed at MP3. Love it.
Yeah.
Dot wav.
So Kerberos. One of them is obviously targeting you, but it's not. It doesn't look like it's getting ready to do anything immediately offensive. It looks like it is possibly, kind of climbing the wall to look for possibly a superior position. What would you like to do?
I stand behind Valkyrie.
Okay.
It's
I'm a nerd with ADHD. Okay, I don't have anything.
We're talking about Kerberos here, Mike, not you.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mike got a character. Mike got a
Listen,
character.
I picked a character that was me. Me if I could build robots. He has no armor at all, and he doesn't even have weapons. He just has 3 dogs.
Okay.
So he watches it climb and like sees like I imagine like one of the fingers like looks at him and he just like steps around and then slides behind Valkyrie to get out of the way of this thing.
Okay.
So you said we just so I can clarify. You said we are an established crew, still new, but we know enough about each other to be functional, right?
Yes. Yes.
So this is a question for both Aikwin and Trevor. Either one can answer. Harishi, do they hack? You can access the data sphere or whatever. Are you a hacker as well? Would I know that?
I mean, the dealing, I don't know if the thing would be like a full-on hacker because I don't know what the other loadouts are in the game. The way I interpret Horishi is that she's more like, she's trying to be less human and more into the arts. So not as much as a hacker as accidental, can do, you're old and she's young generation. You don't understand Facebook because you're still on MySpace. That's kind of Horishi's deal. She just accepts technology and transcendentism so much more that she's like used to being online at all times.
Okay. So
that's more the interpretation I've done
social.
of her.
So
of her character.
What you can do, Mike, there is one of the extra actions that you can do with the tracked outcome is called Discover.
Yes.
And basically you can spend 2 power, or I think it's 1 power actually, to learn things about the pilot or about the drone.
No, I was trying to queue up a sick combo move. But if that's not the case, that's not the case.
I don't know, Trevor, how much would you say it's a hacking skill? I was gonna go with I do understand how things work because I do shady dealings and but I'm more in for it for the art because that seems to be the character. So I'm not like breaking into the top secret CIAs, but I do understand how to sort of anti-fish people and find their IP address and stuff like that. That's kind of the level I took.
So yeah, that sounds about right. So you don't know how to hack drones. However, there is a technology in this world called harnessing, where basically when someone goes into cyberspace, there's harnessing equipment so that not only can they take other people with them, but it's basically full body immersion to the point where you do physical things in cyberspace and the harnessing rig translates that into code.
Oh, Ready Player One style.
Yeah. So it's possible that if, say, you and Kerberos were to link up and basically have him use you as kind of a courier, he might be able to go in and hack the drones because that's what he does.
That's exactly my plan.
All right, let's go for it.
So I imagine, so he sees the hand, right, sort of like look up, and he just sort of steps around and goes back to back with Valkyrie, which would be a cool move if he had a gun. Except he's just he's just sort of like using her as a metal shield, and then he just like looks over to Harishi, and he just kind of like waves over to come behind this human wall that he's found. And he goes, okay, listen, so I have, and he like pops a little node on the back of his head, like behind his ear, and you see a port, and he says, if you hook in, you get access to cyberspace, I get access to the drones. If you can get me there, I can beep, 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 right?
Oh, you wanna port in? Oh, you're always welcome, Kirby-chan.
I'm not 100% sure about how you said that, but I think the outcome is the same.
I'm kidding with you. I love it. Mr. Hansi, you've done a fucky wucky. We're gonna come to get you.
Jesus Christ.
I love it.
And I'm gonna try to connect up with Kerberos.
Okay.
So I imagine that would be Harishi's role first
Actually,
to like access.
No, it's yours.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I will even give you one additional power for Harishi's neural link.
All right, so I'm going to add a +1, a manual +1 there, the same as the time.
I've already got it.
Oh, okay.
It should be down at the bottom.
It isn't.
Okay, that's fine. Never mind. I've got a plus, or maybe you have to do it. I don't know.
Yep. So +1.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use because I am going to attempt. There's 4 of them, and 1 got destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 3 left. I'm going
Yep.
to try to control all 3 of them.
Okay.
So I'm going to use threefold multitask. I'm going to use. This is make believe nonsense, so I'm going to use wing it. And I'm going to use drone operator HUD. As you see him touches and it goes across his face again. And then a +1 for Harishi and a -1 for Disgruntled, so a total of 3.
And give me 1 second. What was it? I was going to do a thing.
Would also like to offer any kind of cover bonus. I don't know.
Yeah. So you are also at an additional -1 because, yeah, basically the threefold multitask and the fact that you're trying to do all 3 at once kind of cancel each other out.
Okay. So. Okay, I got you. I'm tracking.
Yeah. Now remember, you can, it may be too early in the adventure to do this, but you can also burn a tag, which gives you 3 power, but then you have to recover the tag before you can use it again. It's up to you.
Can I argue one more asset here, one more power tag?
Yeah.
Since this is a kind of a new trick that we're doing here, a special team up power move, as they may say. Can I
fusion
do
move.
a fusion dance? I don't know comics, but I know if I do that, we become one. Can I do hands-on learner? Hands-on learner?
No.
Hands, come on.
Okay. Even if I was going to allow it for that pun, no. However,
Damn it.
I would take
Negative 1.
I would take Drone Lab and probably even Schematics Archive.
All right, I'll add Schematics Archive because Drone Lab to me feels like a physical location.
Okay, that's fair.
Based on like his bio and stuff. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 tags, a -1 for Disgruntled, a +1 for Hiroshi, and then a -1 for Trevor's bullshit. Okay, cool. So this is an attack.
Yes.
Okay. Better than a punch in the face.
Yep.
All right. So choose effects of power 3. Let's see. Outstanding. I am going to move a target's useful to I'm going to influence.
Okay.
I'm going to propose this, and you tell me how many tags this costs. I'm attempting to control all 3 of them.
Yep.
Would this be 1 tag across the board for the 3 hands, or 1 tag per hand?
So this would be because you attacked all 3 of them.
Yep.
That's what that -1 for is. Basically, it's moving from a single attack to an area attack. Basically, that means that that 3 power applies to whatever status you give. All 3 of them will take it.
Outstanding. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a compelling status. So I'm going to convince them that the other hands are the enemies. So each of them will register the hands as the enemies. And then I am going to use the... they seem to have like an electrocution attack, right? Is that what it looked like? What
Possibly.
do they do to Genji?
No, Genji, it was just firing the darts from
Okay,
fingertips.
cool. So whatever their attack is, I will give them that. So a shoot, I guess. They'll shoot each other. So
Okay.
I'll do that twice because I have three tiers. So 2 for shoot. So a tier 2 shoot or have been shot, and then a tier 1 convinced.
Okay, so you're not actually shooting them.
No, they're shooting each other.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let me do that. That is.
And Valkyrie goes, handy move.
So you just watch them all turn to each other and like Mexican standoff.
Yeah.
They shoot their fingertips at each other.
Okay.
And that's it. That's it.
Yep. And that leaves Harishi, actually.
Can I, on the other end, use the newly created tunnel that Kerberos set up to be able to try to control one of the hands? If he hacks through me, can I just, piggyback on that hacking?
Yeah. What are you going to try to do?
I'm going to try to make one of the hands do a peace sign.
Okay. What are you going to use?
I'm going to use my neural jack because I am the link. And I'm going to use trendy look because that is very trendy. Come on.
Yeah, all right.
Yes! And I don't have anything else that I think maybe transcends my humanity,
No.
but nah. I had to try.
Yeah. Not
Is that
quite
also
existential enough.
Is that an attract attack then? Is that what we're counting that as?
Yeah.
That is?
Yep.
Let's see if I can do that. You know it!
Wow.
This girl got game!
And yeah, so you have 2 power. Because you got a total
You just
success.
see a little hand like sticking up from behind Valkyrie, like, peace, y'all!
Okay, so because you got a complete success on a 10 or higher, you currently have 2 power to spend. You can, and there will be no consequences. You can accept consequences in exchange for 1 additional power.
Ooh.
I'm like, I just want to do the mind control like at 2, but that's all I need. I needed to like just stand one of the hands to do the peace sign as you just see the little hand coming up from across like Valkyrie's behind, like peace, y'all. And then one of the hands just mimics it and just takes the brunt of all the damage from the other hands as that one then exits the Mexican standoff. And is obviously the best target for all the other hands to shoot.
Okay,
at.
got it. So you're basically removing.
I'm forcing one of the hands to take damage from the
Got it,
other
okay.
hands.
And you're doing that at level 2?
Yes.
Okay. So that, combined with the damage that they had already done to each other, that the one that you took over gets wrapped up and pulled apart by its fellow drones, darts and wires. Very good.
We're such a team, Kirby-chan. Let's go!
All right.
Genji-san, are you okay?
Yeah, I had worse.
So that was so Genji, the one that got you is still up. So it is also starting to hum, and the darts in your shoulder are starting to feel a little warm. What do you do?
Do I need to take? Sorry, lost, but losing character sheet. Let me bring that up again. Yeah, there we go. Rip them out sassily and attack thing again.
Okay.
You were the worst character in the Addams family.
Okay, so what I'll say is that this will be a tracked outcome. You can use one power to basically remove the darts, which will remove your harmful status, and then anything else you can put towards shooting it.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've got anything else that's really useful. So I will do. It's tracked attack, third one down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
5 again. Good lord.
Yeah.
Oh, but yes, but it is a because the drones are damaged. That's what that extra +2 is for.
Yeah.
So you did manage to get to a mixed success. So are you going to spend are you going to spend 1 to remove the grazed condition?
Yeah.
Okay. But then so you are going to grab this thing out. Unfortunately, it's sending this electric shock down the wires to you, and it manages to get to you before you can let go of the wires. So, and
like with all live wires, you can't let go. The instinct is for the muscle to grab.
Yep, and you are electrocuted 3.
Cool.
You do not hurt our friend Genji-san.
Okay.
She's going to shoot at this remaining guy.
Okay. Valkyrie. Yep. It does look like. So you're shooting at the one that Genji is, or yeah, that is
the one that was
zapping
shooting
Genji.
Genji.
Got it. Okay.
Go, Val Senpai! Show them who's the boss!
So I have weapons array, minigun, a weapon for every need, targeting assist.
Okay.
There's only 1 left, so I can't really take on many foes. Well, I'll just stick with the 4.
Yep.
And then this is a tracked attack.
Yep.
Nice.
There you go.
Yay. 11.
Yep.
I just want to blow it up.
Okay. Yeah. You blow it up. Kaboom. So. Yep. Would you like to describe it, or shall we just? It's up to you.
I think says like, oh, you do not hurt our friend Genji-san, and she just points, and then the whirling sound of her gun, and then the hand just like how Horishi describes it, it just goes.
That's what you get
And
to
a bunch
do,
of
you
like
monkey monkey.
a bunch of sparkling bits reflect off all the lights and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Kerberos, you any idea who sent these lame hands at us? Fit anybody's MO you know of?
Let me see. Let me see what I can
it
roll
is
for this.
You're my tech guy.
Yep.
Whoever it is, they prefer a hands-on approach.
God damn it.
I didn't realize this evening would end with a hand job.
God damn it.
Saving that one.
Kerberos, it does look like the one that is remaining is turning to try to target you with its finger darts again.
Okay, cool then. I'm not gonna let that happen.
It's good to
I
try
thought
to
they were all
finger you. You have
dead.
to defend yourself. Can't get
thought they were all
fingered like
dead.
that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Is it attacking me right now? So this is a mitigate roll. Is that what you're asking for?
No. So basically, so I have presented you a threat. You then you then say what action you're going to do, kind of in response to it. If you fail or don't deal with that threat, then you get whatever the consequences are going to be.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna deal with the threat, but I am going to do something.
Okay.
They're what are they on? They're like a wall. What are they on?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I am going to attempt to bring it down.
Okay.
Quite literally. So let's see here. I'm gonna use basically the same shit I used before. So schematics archive, drone operator HUD, a +1 for Horishi.
Yep.
And then
I'm going to say you can't use Wing It because you just did this basically the same thing.
Yep.
But now you can use threefold multitask and it will actually give you the bonus because You are concentrating all three of you on one task.
Okay. I like that idea.
Okay.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna roll that for
As
an
a
attack here.
Tracked attack.
Hell yeah, baby!
10. Yep. Yep. Effects. No consequences.
There's a -1 on there for something that I'm not
Yes, there is.
sure. Okay, that was intentional.
That's for disgruntled.
Nope, I have a -1
No,
for disgruntled
there's-
and a
there's-
-1 for something else as
Yeah,
well.
so something else. That's
Okay.
something that the drones have.
All right, cool. Cool. So I have 3 power. What I want to do here is, how many power tags does the hand have?
What do you mean? It doesn't have power tags. What are you trying to do? Don't worry about the mechanics. Just tell me what you're trying to do.
Remove its power tags. It's one of the abilities I have right there.
Okay.
Remove a target's useful tags.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. So yes, it does have. Right now, the tags that it has are metallic wireframe and silent movement.
Okay. So removing its power tags to 0 would effectively disable it, right?
No, it would just mean it would not be able to use its wireframe as defense.
Gotcha.
Or it basically wouldn't be able to use either of those as defense.
Cool. In that case, then I am going to neutralize both of its statuses for 2 points there. And sorry, that's 2 per tag.
Yep,
I'm gonna neutralize one of them, whatever its attack power tag is.
So they're actually both they're both defensive. We'll get rid of the metallic wireframe.
Gotcha.
Done.
And then I'm gonna mind control it to not attack me.
Okay. Nope. So this will be controlled 1. Okay. That brings it to Harishi.
Don't have a clear picture of what I want to do.
How many are still alive?
Just the one.
Just the
okay.
one. I think I'm going to sort of disengage. It seems like my team has this pretty much. So I think Arish is going to instead focus both of her senses, the cyberspace one and the physical one, to see if there's something else in our surrounding. Is there someone spying on us? Is there someone having eyes on us? Is there something standing out in the crowd that would be a potential threat or a point of interest? So that's what I'm going to do instead.
So
That's a good idea.
Yep. So that's going to be a tracked extras roll because you're going to be discovering.
Yeah, tracked extras. And transcend my humanity because I'm searching in 2 places at once.
Sure.
The
Neural jack.
Neural jack, yes.
And I think that's it.
Do you have something for seeing art? Because you're very artistic.
Trendy look, and I am a Irezumi artist, so I can Irezumi artist is just that I am a tattoo artist, a really good one. So I can if we're looking for tattooed people, I could probably spot them.
I am also going to invoke your delicate circuitry tag, which is your weakness tag for your for augmentation. What that means is that it counts as a -1, but it will also automatically give you 1 point of upgrade. When you get to 3 upgrades is when you can improve that tag, theme kit.
Let's let it roll then. What did you say was tracked extras?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's go, baby.
Go pee pee.
Let's go, baby. 8. Woohoo.
Okay.
So, where are you, Mr. Fucky Wacky-chan? I see your hands, but I don't see you.
Okay, so you are sensing to see if there's anything else around you?
Yeah,
anyone who's monitoring us.
Yeah, my idea was to sort of see if in the cyberspace I can get a sense of the signal direction, and then in the real world see if there's someone in close proximity. Doing a both, jumping back and forward between while trying to maintain the connection so Kerberos doesn't get kicked out of the server.
Yep. So what I'm going to say, because there are consequences involved, you do get the impression that there's no one nearby watching you, because so basically near space is basically the Internet of Things on steroids. But I will say that because of that, kind of on top of everything else that you'd been doing, you're kind of already kind of pushing the neural jack to its limit. So your built-in neural link is burned out until you recover it.
Sorry, Kirby-chan. Uplink's gone.
Yep.
The 12G is awful out here.
Kerberos and Harishi each make me a mitigate roll against basically the feedback from being jacked into something that shuts down.
Can I use my modification expert
For
that? I probably modded myself as well. I'm doing all kind of mods.
Yep.
Yay! And then mitigate, I guess.
Yep.
I'm gonna press it. Click. Clicky wiki. Whee!
There you go. Okay. Yep. You are perfectly fine.
I am going to. Let me see. Hands-on learner.
Okay.
Wing it.
You're gonna learn how much headache you're gonna have tomorrow from this.
Yeah. I'm gonna say hands-on learner and wing it. And then I'm gonna make a weird argument here, Trevor. Yep. So since Harishi and their respective bullshit was what gave me the disgruntled condition, since we just shared literal headspace, can that remove disgruntled?
Yeah, but surely it would increase the headache.
So what I will say is that you can use the disgruntled will still apply to this roll.
Okay.
You can use 1 power if you succeed to remove it.
Okay. All right. Cool. In that case, repair kit?
No.
No. Okay. Cool. So mitigate.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh. I don't succeed.
No, you don't. You now also suffer. What are we going to call it? We're going to call it.
Just imagine the cable being pulled out, but it's like in your head, so it's like.
Kerberos is brain fried too.
Love it.
It's a hard eject from the port.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not
I didn't right click eject. Just
Just pull the plug.
No one does that.
There, Kirby-chan, you're gentle. Ah, but girl.
So you have dealt with the drones. In fact, one of the people that you had been talking to comes up and says, that's why we don't talk. They may not be here.
And she turns to this person.
They hear everything.
Over the arm.
Hey, don't be slighting the fine old forgotten art of conversation.
And she points the gun right in the face of this person. Identify yourself. Or die. Present hall pass.
My name is Gemma. I live over there. I sell things that I've scrounged. I'm a scrounger.
That's what you know.
Can Kerberos just give her whatever, like 50 credits or whatever is good money, but it won't get you shanked around here?
You mean Genji?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Can he give you money?
Yeah, the kid's easily carries the money, you know.
I was gonna say,
He's
what
likely
makes
get. He's least likely get. He was voted least shankable.
I'm like, what do you think? What makes you think I have money?
Mhm.
Um,
I'm not gonna have a wallet around here.
yeah, you can resolve the situation. Gemma wasn't particularly angry with you so much as she was just terrified.
Well, she's pointing the gun at her just because they literally just
Yeah.
were in a combat and then she just walked up to them. So it's more just like a
I apologize for large and tank like her social skills need patching in the next update.
Okay. So
she just lowers the gun.
um you slip her some credits, and I'd like you to make me a roll, please. And you can use all three of your. Actually, so this is going to be a mitigate roll, basically.
Yeah.
You can use all three of your expertise tags and tools of the trade.
Yep. Okay. So that's 4, yeah.
Yep.
And it's mitigate.
Yep.
Cool. I'll still suck, but
Yep.
That's the spirit.
yeah.
That +2 shouldn't have been there. I forgot to take that off. So that is unfortunately a 5. So you do not mitigate the consequences. So you now have this. This is going to be a tag. You are.
I think at this point, Genji is just like, yeah, he is going to give you money because I'm not having a good day here.
Yep. You have been seen with money. So yeah, you've been flashing credits. You flashed some credits around, and you weren't quite as subtle as you thought you were. So now you have people kind of eyeing you,
Yeah.
and it's starting to turn. They're getting, money makes people bold.
Yeah, as we
Especially around here when
established,
they don't
it's
have
not the kind of place you bring your wallet, is it?
Nope.
Unless it's one of those ones that's chained to your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you?
No, then they're just going to steal your pants.
No. Sure.
What are you all going to do?
Is there still a hand thing?
Was it? No, it's been dealt with.
Okay, cool. I thought it was still here.
Yeah, that's probably why Gemma was so quick to
Yeah.
get up here. She's currently scrapping it. She did say she was in the salvage business.
Yep.
Korishi-chan, did you figure out if there was anyone watching us?
My head. I don't think so. I didn't notice anyone. Then the circuitry fried.
I think everyone. I just gave. I just had to give the nice lady a week's salary around here.
For what?
That was nice of you.
Someone almost blew her brains out.
I wasn't going to blow her brains out. Unless she made a move.
No, Val-senpai, but you have to be more careful when you point those big guns around.
They're to protect my friends.
I know, I always feel very protected with your really big, nice guns.
And she just like pats her on the shoulder. Koreshi-chan, you are a friend.
Oh, you're a friend too. Should we move?
Yeah, far away.
Okay. So you now have 2 leads. You did get the name and location of Bede's Venerable Boxing Club, which is where you know St. Bede hangs out. You also heard about a domain called the Vineyard, which may hold some secrets of from Skirin because it used to be one of the servers there.
Mm.
What would you like to do?
I don't know. I feel like we need to charter a boat.
Boat, helicopter.
Yeah, the boat was going to disintegrate if I understood it correctly. So we need to sort of hijack one of those flying drone thingies or do something on that. Or figure out how the other guy escaped, because we can sort of escape in reverse probably. Or, you know, just commit crime and get sent there. Easy.
I don't think the corpse have a right to a speedy trial. So
If we go to my house, I might be able to make us a transport thingy.
Will it be a cute puppy?
It will not.
Oh,
How would that help?
Kirby-chan.
you don't
Puppies
find
always
bats
help.
cute. This is why we don't hang
Is
out.
it going to be a bat? Bat-chan!
No.
Is it a flying machine that gets us over the water?
It could be that. I could do that, I think.
Can we call it Bat-chan?
Okay. I can't stop you.
Now you're my favorite. Oh, Kirby-chan. You don't get me so much. We need to paint it.
We don't have time for that. It'll print painted. You know what? Hold on. And he pets the dog again, one of them, and it shrinks back down to puppy size and just hands it to Horishi.
So, Mike,
Puppy-chan.
you do know that to print out a vehicle that would hold all four of you would take an extremely long time and would be very, very difficult.
Damn, Trevor.
I apologize. It's probably my fault.
You can do it. You can certainly try. I'm just telling you that it will be very difficult.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, he says he goes. I can do this. I can print it. And he pets another dog and hands it to Horishi. But it's going to take about a week.
Will it be able to accommodate my 576-pound frame?
A week and a half.
I can turn Valkyrie into a flying machine. But it will take a week.
Yeah. Her expression literally changes to go.
But Kirby-chan, I want to get paid now. A girl has expenses.
And he presses another dog and hands it.
Horishi's now juggling the 3 puppy drones.
Puppies!
It was okay. That's all I got. I can turn you into a rocket ship.
I'm just gonna think out loud here. The I keep forgetting the name of this place. The Scarin needs to get supplies to it, right? So I'm assuming it's not using a boat. It's probably using something aerial lifted. And
They had a VTOL fleet when they were in operation.
Yeah, but they still need to get things out right now and in cover, so they need to get things out there somehow.
So, what if we looked around, we searched the docks and they had some kind of, aerial shipping container that could fly, that flew over there?
They wouldn't.
They
wouldn't have it here on the desktop.
You know when you get those feelings like deep darkness and everything is shrouding around you and just compresses you down into this small little tiny space? Tunnel. I think they have a tunnel out.
So, Genji, at this point, you feel a very small, not threatening, more like attention-getting tug on the back of your coat.
Hi.
And you turn around, and there is a probably 12 or 13-year-old boy. And he looks up at you, and his eyes kind of go back and forth between your eyes and where he knows your credits were.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I might know something.
Sure.
And
Maybe
his
price,
eyes
kid.
Valkyrie hears him speaking, woo, and like comes around.
Hmm.
How does he keep finding children?
It's because you're
Some of
tall.
Some
40.
of us are good with them.
40 credits, by the way, is probably about I'd say a 2-week salary at
Yeah.
like a low-level corporate drone job.
Mhm.
Kids
So-
moving up in the world.
Are you going to pay him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Um,
If the kid wants 40,
Okay.
call it 50.
Uh,
We pay well for information, and the kid's clearly got some moxie.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you to make me a mitigate roll because this is a decent chunk of change even for you.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh shit! Hold up. I
That's
didn't
all right.
select anything there.
Yay!
5, nothing. Yeah, being seen with money actually helped you here.
Yeah.
So you are poor 1.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try transferring him the kid money? Because I'm an employee of Ragnarok Incorporated.
Oh, are you?
Oh, we hadn't noticed.
Tell me more on how they'll get the job
I am
done.
an employee of Ragnarok Incorporated.
She's got bumper stickers all over the front of the armor like a
Yeah.
Like
NASCAR.
a NASCAR. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, property of Ragnarok is across her head.
Yep.
Any fine detail of like tooling of like lines is just a fine print of Ragnarok over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So the kid tells you that they have seen, in the past few days, they've seen a black VTOL aircraft coming and going from Skaren probably 2 to 3 times a day.
That's so
They
fun.
don't know anything about what it is, though they're assuming that means that there's some kind of activity going on there. You could probably try to hack your way around some systems and see if you can find that,
Mm-hmm.
or find more details. But yeah, something's definitely going on. We've seen an aircraft. It's comes here a couple times a day.
Thanks, kid. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Don't spend it all in one place.
I'm not sure there's any place in the dead dock I can spend it all in one place. I just
Listen to you,
hope I
Nissan.
still have it
He
tomorrow.
knows best.
Just put it away for a rainy day, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and one day you'll be like us.
Bootstraps cost more
Relax,
than
Captain America.
yeah. Bootstraps cost more than that.
I am
Don't be
Utopia's
such
ass.
downers. Valkyrie Senpai, I loved it. You are such an inspiration for the
Don't
little
talk
kid.
like one of those retro boomers.
It is the one of the what do you call it? Mantras of Ragnarok Incorporated.
Don't be such
Sorry,
a
who were you an employee of?
Ragnarok Incorporated.
I forget. Brainworms LLC.
Yeah, she presses a button on her thing. It's like one of those projector things, and it just has like Ragnarok like projected on the wall.
Valkyrie, you could probably send Mimir to do some investigation on this.
Yes, I would love to.
Okay.
Can Horishi and Kerberos help with their hacky skills?
I'm
I'm offline. I don't
Yeah.
know how to recuperate
Oh.
that.
going to say no.
I'm
Not for
dying.
this one.
Well, we everyone, both of you are hurt.
Yeah.
Or, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my brain
mine-
exploded by Hiroshi.
Yeah.
Um,
my Neuralink burned out, and that since we were linked, that just means that Kirby-chan wasn't really, he wasn't prepared for the sudden stop.
Yeah. So instead of fighting, doing that first, can I help them before I start looking for information?
Um,
I do have maintenance lab access.
that would require going to Ragnarok.
Damn it. Ragnarok should come to me. Like, what do you call that?
How do you regain stuff? Is it like downtime stuff, or is it something you can do?
Yeah, it's a tracked outcome under Empower, and basically that lets you, if you can explain how you're doing it narratively, that basically lets you bring down statuses that you already have.
Maybe the two of them can do mind yoga together or something.
Oh, and oh no, because you didn't mitigate that at all. Never mind. So
Does
yeah,
any one of you have kind of tinkering skill, Kerberos or like Valkyrie? Valkyrie, you're like a robot. Don't you have field like fixing kits? And Kerberos, you're a tinker man. Come on, let's tinker my brains back together.
I am a tinker man. Yeah, I'll attempt to fucking fix Harishi.
Yeah.
I have a
Oxide brain
-3.
surgery.
I have a -3 to all my rolls. So let's see what happens here.
Well, actually, no. So it's only the worst status in each only the largest magnitude status in each direction applies. So the disgruntled is that you're not so worried about being cranky because you have that much of a headache.
All right, fair enough. So I'm gonna use repair kit. I'm fixing Harishi. I'm gonna use Wing It, Hands-on Learner, and Schematics Archive.
Okay.
Can I get in on this because I do have a synthetic arm and a modification expert?
Yeah, Kerberos, you can take one. You can take one extra power from from Harishi. And I am going to say, just because it's a one shot and it's fun, you all can go through. I know Kerberos has already done this. You can unburn all 3 of your loadout tags, and you can just have all 3 of them.
Oh, mine weren't burned. Mine were always there. Tracked empowered. Let's see what happens here. A 9.
Yay!
9.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So something negative happens, but I can. How many harmful conditions do you have, Iquin?
I got my brains burnt out. That's
Actually,
I think
no,
the only thing.
No,
How
actually,
did I see this?
Harishi, you mitigated that. You actually have no.
No, okay.
You have
then
no negative statuses.
Oh, you have no
no negative
negatives?
status set.
Oh,
No.
and then in that case, I'll heal myself. Fuck
Yeah,
that
do it.
tattoo artist. I'll heal me. So I reduce a harmful status effect. So I'm going to reduce Brain Fried 2 to 1.
Okay.
Because that costs 2 power. And I have. How much power do I have?
No, it's 1 power per tier. This is a status, not a tag. Under restore, 1 power per tier.
Oh,
So-
yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm going to get rid of that.
Okay.
Actually, I have 3 power. So I'm going to get rid of Brain Fried and Disgruntled.
Okay.
So no more taggy tags for me.
Yep.
Cool. So I'm healed.
Yep. Yeah, you and Hiroshi spent some time rooting around in your brain meats.
All right. So
And-
since I do get back the thing so I can go back online. Is that how it works?
That would be a separate that would be a separate roll. That would be again a restore roll. But yes, you can do this while Mimir is going and looking for information around about Skirin.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to put back on Disgruntled.
Okay.
And I will. I got you. I can do it.
Okay.
And I will heal Hiroshi's burnt tag.
That costs 2.
2 power per tag.
I see.
Okay, so like my objective was not to get rid of negative things. My main objective was I wanted to be able to
Okay.
get back online. So can
Okay.
I do that then?
I got
So
it.
like he can heal himself. I'm fine with that. But can I use my modification expertise with my arm that is a cybernetic arm that should be able to bend in horrible ways to try to fix myself?
Yes, you can absolutely do that.
And what was it?
It is tracked in power.
Power. Okay, so let's see. I have synthetic arm. I do have modification expert and track and power. See, a girl knows her own body best. I just fixes myself.
There you go. Yep. So you can go ahead and unburn that tag.
Excellent. So what do you get? 2, and 2 was all I needed.
Yep.
I'm fixed.
Yep.
I feel so much better. Thank you for the help, Kirby-chan, but I am back online if we need it. Oh, does anyone want to see what happened on the Nextagram while we were offline? It was such a cute picture posted from one of the boy bands I follow. Oh.
I think Valkyrie just doesn't say anything, but it's just Mimir will go search for this. What was it? This
So
this
more
plane?
info, just trying to hack Threadwell's transportation logs, that kind of thing.
But what am I looking for exactly?
In more information about these VTOL trips that have been going back and forth to Skirin. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, so I'm gonna use search and analyze and Mimir. Can I use employee of Ragnarok? Because I'm looking into another company, another corporation. Sweet. Yeah. Okay. And is this a quick roll?
Yeah.
Roll.
There you go.
Bitches. 14.
Let's go.
So, there are no consequences. However, you can take consequences if you want to get even more information.
What kind of consequences are we thinking of here? I guess it's okay if you can't tell me, but
yeah.
I just I've never played the game, so I don't really know.
Sure. So basically, you could find more information, but you might trip an alarm.
I don't really want to trip an alarm. Okay. We'll just go with the base.
Okay. Still a very good outcome. So yeah, Threadwell's transportation logs show about a dozen prisoners disappearing from other facilities in the past few days, but all of their names have been scrubbed off the system, and all further information is locked under the authority of a Clotho-203, which I will put in the game chat so that our friends at home can see it too. Oh, why am I doing it? I didn't mean to put that as Valkyrie. I apologize. Because I have your thing selected. That's why.
Clotho-213.
203.
203, and that's the designation for this thing.
That is the authority under which all of this information has been locked.
Well, I'm not sure whether they uploaded a classical education for you, but if that's one of the 3 fates, not really keen on meeting the others. Well, of course, it's spelled with a K, but it's all Greek. So someone thinks they're smart.
And sorry, and so they're disappearing, and can I get with that role that they're being disappeared to Scarin? Is that kind of what I'm getting from what you're putting down?
You can't get that information explicitly, but it is probably a safe assumption to make.
Okay. So they are collecting prisoners. Maybe they're doing a mass rehabilitation program.
Right. More likely slave labor to clean up their complex.
Or just their 10-year reunion.
Or they're using it to test some health stuff. Like their pharmaceuticals.
Health.
We still haven't solved how to get there, though.
Yeah, we kind of need to catch a ride.
Sorry, my husband brought me a drink. What were you guys saying?
We're
We
still
need
having fun how to
catch a
get
ride.
there.
Okay.
Well, I can go online again.
Where do these-
Kebi-chan.
Where do these V trips come from? That's where
That
these V
is-
small trips come from.
That is locked under Clotho 203.
Okay. But now that we have this, can the three of us do a hack into it?
Yeah.
You can try, but that will definitely set off alarms.
Yeah, you'll be hacking the future FAA
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
because
We
they'll
could
have
just-
had to log a flight path.
We can just sit around and wait for it to come, and then we can sort of build one of those little pew, and go with the rope, and then whee!
Gatling guns. Yes.
I actually understood all of that.
A sky hook. Yes.
See, that's why you're my favorite, Kebi-chan. You get me.
I understood that reference.
Mhm.
Okay. So option 1, turn Valkyrie into a plane. Option 2, ride a crocodile. Option 3, hack into a supercorp.
Yes.
You are forgetting 2 other options.
Fly with the flying
Is he-
machine. Jack into flying machine with rope gun, flying machine. Whee!
Rope
it's
gun
a
flying
character thing.
machine.
He can only do 3 options.
I only have 3 things.
Only 3 things.
Listen, I only have secretly 3 heads, okay? I can only have 3 thoughts at once.
Look, Kebi-chan, crocodiles are so out. They've been out for like a year. No crocodiles, okay? It's not
all
it's not
alligators
in
now,
style.
honey.
It is
it's all
snake and
about the
gators.
alligator.
It's the snake gator, the snaker.
Oh, the ones that got flushed and mutated in the sewers. I got you.
Yep, those
They're
are
very
in.
cute.
If you get one of those, I can make you the nicest belt.
He says, that's all I got. If anyone has any other options.
I
We
would
can
like
just go
to be
talk to
a
the guy who
space,
broke out.
flying craft, please.
I mean, I want to get paid now. I don't want to wait a half week.
Mhm.
Yeah, even though puppies are cute. Can't we just go talk to the guy who got out and see how he
Yeah.
did it and go back in the other way? I mean,
We have
wasn't
to.
he? Well, he was in charge of boxing places. There will be, muscly hunks over there boxing each other. like,
Exactly.
without shirts on.
People want to buy tattoos.
that as well. Ooh,
Mm.
nice
Clients.
hunks and profits. I
So,
like this idea.
so we go to Bede's Veteran Boxing Club.
I
So
don't
here,
know.
where is that located?
That is in the next district over. Certainly better than here in the sludge zone. It is called. Okay, so that is called the outcropping.
The outcropping.
You have no idea
mean-
why it doesn't particularly look like one.
Was once. Why is anything Main Street?
All right, so we'll go there then.
Okay.
Yeah, unless we want to leave a drone or something like that to watch the
If anyone,
skies.
if any one of you know how to get to the island without having to wait 1.5 weeks, I really want to know. But my plan is either get a ride with a rope or go talk to the guy who's already been there.
Yeah, let's go to the outcropping and
Because I'm not riding a crocodile.
and meet
That's
Mr.
just
B.
ain't happening.
it'll clash with your outfit as well.
Have you seen my outfit tonight? It is so not gator skin. I need a whole completely different ensemble for that.
All right. So you make your way to Bede's Venerable Boxing Club.
Ooh, see, look, there's some cute guys in
See?
some spicy leather outfits.
I could totally hit that up.
But they
The
managed
sound
to
of
get
fist. Go ahead.
I had my character sheet open and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Where are the hot guys in leather? I closed it and I was like, oh,
Where?
shit,
Where? Why
There,
would it say
there,
that?
there they are. They're there.
You make your way to to the boxing club, the sound of fists hitting synthetic leather and the smell of sweat and energy drinks greet you as you walk into the boxing club.
Ooh.
Wide holographic displays along the walls show old boxing matches and visually appealing ads for sporting equipment and genetic augmentations. Club members are scattered around the front room, hitting punching bags or sparring with each other or practice androids. Some of them are obviously jacked on nitro or some other enhancer. Most of them seem like they spend every waking hour in the club. As you take in the room, a door in the back opens long enough to release the roar of a small crowd. The stairs down must lead to the basement and the boxing ring.
Let's
Hello.
go find the organ grinder.
Head down.
Hello, boys. I'm here. Or girls. Don't have to be shy as long as you have muscles.
Yeah, and then Valkyrie is like, I am here. And then she like puts her like dukes up.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then she's gonna walk up to the first person that she sees.
Okay.
And like bends at the waist and leans down to like speak to them.
Okay.
And she goes, "Do you know Basil Sedaris, aka
No.
Saint Bede?"
I don't know who this Basil person is. St. Bede runs the place. He's downstairs.
Excellent.
Thank you for your
Such a
cooperation.
help.
And she will turn and walk downstairs.
Okay. You see a large man. Picture of him here. My picture of him. You see a large, both tall and in the gut, man with a shaved head, ear and nose piercings of some kind of either tusk or tooth or something like that. He is wearing several gold chains around his neck, one of which has hanging from it as pendant a large leather-bound and strapped closed book. Around his waist, you see a belt that has several sections of leather that are strung together, and on each of those sections, you see bones and tusks and other things like that strapped onto the belt. And he is currently in the ring. And he is boxing someone, and it seems pretty, it seems pretty evenly matched. And then he looks up and sees that there are strangers in the boxing ring, and just does the one side punch and just sends the kid flying into the ropes and onto the ground, onto the mat, unconscious.
She just walks forward.
We have a strong one.
We are looking for Saint Bede. Are you them?
I am. Who is
Mr.
this?
Bede, charmed.
This is Genji-san, this is Horishi-san, and this is
Hello,
Kirby.
handsome.
And I am Valkyrie.
My name's Kerberos.
Kirby-chan, don't be like that. You know Val-senpai is such a good influence on us.
Wondering if you could answer a few quick questions for us in private, perhaps?
You are news people?
We are working on behalf of a law firm. Wrongful imprisonment, that sort of thing. Rights violations.
Looking for some simple information, and then we'll be on our way.
Genji has money.
That actually stops him.
Yeah.
How much we are talking?
Oh, I don't know.
Wow.
I've just seen him give children money.
You want creds? We can talk creds. Or if you want the fight of the century, your best guy versus Valkyrie in the ring.
Oh, I would like to see that. Take the best guy. Take the best guy.
Or two, you know?
You got it, Senpai. So, can you please
No.
bet?
He talks. I really dislike being asked questions. And he turns to the crowd, with kind of a one-sided sort. And you know what happens when something displeases me? And they start to cheer.
What happens?
Yeah, we'd love to know.
Gonna be a fucky wucky for them.
What's your opinion on hypotheticals?
Hypothetically, I can't stand them.
Come fight me in the ring.
Go, Val Senpai, go! So 5,000 credits on Val.
Yeah, she just steps up.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you are in. Let me give him this.
And she reaches around and she, I think like she just rotates at the hips, and like her lower half still faces forward, and she rotates a little too far for the way a human should be rotating.
Hey, Mr. Saint, you know that traditionally you gotta be dead to be a saint, and she could really put you there. It was a few simple questions.
And she offers her fist to Hiroshi and to Kerberos for like a fist bump, and to Genji.
Mm-hmm.
5,000 credits, Val. Let's go.
So, am I getting a weird esoteric vibe from this guy and his always wearing a book?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, you want to discover. Yeah, make me a discover
I
roll.
What you can
do. You can use Onmyoto. You can use warding off mystical forces. However, the roar of the crowd is making it hard to concentrate.
Okay, so what do I need to? Is that just a quick? Is it?
No, that's
Mitigate.
No, empower.
Okay. Hold up. It is. Is it new? Is it one of the buttons on the left?
Yeah, it's not the bottom green one, but the one above it.
Okay. Right. It was tracked in power. I was looking for empower. Ugh.
Okay. 5. Yeah. So you give me 1 second, excuse me. I don't know if you guys can hear that. My dog is decided to go
Oh yeah,
crazy.
no, we can hear it.
Apologies, sorry.
Definitely.
While Trevor's doing that, G, what do you fight with?
A minigun, but she has a weapon for every need, so if she needs to box, she can box.
Okay, cool. When Trevor gets back, I'm gonna try to bullshit, and I'm gonna attach, I'm gonna try to attach the dogs, to your fists, to give you claws and teeth on your fists.
Love it.
Once Genji's done with his,
Dogs with bees in their
attempt.
mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, so yes, you are absolutely going to take a status.
Yeah.
You're going to have magical backlash 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, you attempt to send out your mystical senses, and it's not because it's magical, but there's so much energy in the room, and a lot of it is probably artificial in one way or another, either technological or chemical, and you are kind of overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And you crumple down to the floor. Mm-hmm. These up for you. You can make me a mitigate roll,
Yep.
but you cannot use either of the 2 that you used for the discovery.
Okay, so will it just be straight then?
roll.
Energy sod.
I would say you can use your flask.
Yeah. Just gonna take a restorative nip and see if that
And
helps.
nope.
And no.
Oh,
It just seems like alcohol withdrawal.
Right. So yeah, Genji is not looking good.
Hmm.
Trevor, I'm gonna try some bullshit here.
Okay.
You know, if you're so inclined to my level of bullshittery.
Okay.
So Valkyrie is getting in the ring and reaches out to like fist bump. I'm going to quickly I reach over and take 2 of the drones from Harishi. And as Valkyrie comes to fist bump, I am going to quickly jury rig something to Valkyrie. And what I would like to do is since we've seen the dogs transforming, I would like to jury rig them onto Valkyrie's fists, so that she has teeth and claws on her fists. So like imagine, if you will, a cyberpunk Chompomp from Super Mario. So I would like to use Schematics Archive, Wing It, K9 units, Jaws and Claws, and Repair Kit, if possible.
I was thinking a hungry hippo, but that's much cooler.
No to the schematics archive
Okay,
because you don't have schematics on Valkyrie.
that's fair.
No to the jaws and claws. However, if this works, you can use that to give her an extra point of power in the fight.
All right, cool.
And no to the repair kit because you're not really repairing anything. You're basically trying to lash them on with rope. And you do.
Yeah, I'm not trying to lash them off rope. I'm trying to like, yeah, like
gum.
no, imagine if you will a Mega Man power up where her fist becomes dog heads.
Okay.
But either way, I'll take off repair kit. So K9 units and Wing It is what I currently have.
Yep.
Let's go.
All right, cool. I am doing an empower, I believe.
Yep. Because you'll at this point you'll be giving her a new tag if you succeed, which you do not.
Oh,
How do I not? Where do I have a -4 from?
That's from stuff that I gave you.
Oh, okay.
Because first of all, Beat is keeping a close eye on all of you. Because, well, you're getting in the ring to fight him. The crowd is definitely on his side. And so when you are not nearly as slick about this as you think, and they start booing, which is also what draws his attention, and he comes in and kind of backfists and sends both of your drones kind of skittering to the floor, and actually they are going to need some significant repair.
Rude.
Before you can use them again. K9 units has been
puppies! No!
I think when he does that, Valkyrie's like eye rectacles turn red, and she turns around and faces him.
You would cheat?
Cheat this, and she's going to attack him.
You were gonna, bub.
She's in a giant metal suit.
Okay.
5,000 credits! 5,000 credits! Anyone?
And I'm a human war machine. I'm heavily armored. I take on many foes.
Not that one.
Why not? I take on many foes,
You're only taking on one foe.
but I have many types of foes. I have a weapon for every need, and I do have a mounted arms weapons array, which is really heavy and bulky.
I will take one of those two.
And I can target this. What? Both of them? Come on, Trevor. No.
Okay, sure, why not?
She is a war machine.
Yes, I am a war machine.
war machine.
You should save heavily armored for defense, G.
Yeah.
I can't use them both.
Yep,
No.
it is, yeah. If you fail, if you suffer consequences from this roll and it's something that you can mitigate, you cannot use any of the tags that you used for this action to mitigate the consequences.
Okay. Okay. Then I can maybe I'll take out Human War Machine and I'll take Employee of Ragnarok because I have I have status to uphold here with Ragnarok. Can't lose to a little bar brawl to a dude.
All right, sure.
Huzzah! And this is a tracked attack.
Yep.
Okay.
Just remember to
There we
leave him
go.
breathing, kid.
Oh, nice.
He needs to be able to
That's right.
talk.
Okay. Let's see. I have 4 power.
Mm-hmm.
Can I disrupt one of his tags?
So that would take 2 power.
Yeah. And then
Well, I might go. If it were me, I might go with hit him so hard he's confused. You know, in that classic boxing movie.
Does
yeah, like I'm not sure what is more effective here.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he can do.
So I will tell you, I mean, getting rid of the tag is good, but I will tell you that again, when you make when you do an action, only the highest positive and negative statuses are going to apply to the roll. So it's better to give someone 1 high status than 2 low statuses.
Does question for you?
Yeah.
Does the crowd affect this guy, Bede?
That was one of the -4.
Okay, so gee, since this is we have a lot of new players here. So if you look on your roll, and I'll scroll up so I think chat can see it. You have a -4.
Yeah, I had a -4. Yeah.
Right. If you look at the bottom of your things where it says weaken, remove a target's useful tag or status. If you spend 2 of your 4 points to do something like sway the crowd, so now the crowd is cheering you, booing Bede, that could take that -4 to a -3. That could. And then you could also use your 2 remaining points to, let's say, give him a tier 2 punch to the face.
So I will say 2 points would remove crowd support from him. It would take another 2 to give you that crowd support tag.
I see. Okay.
So you could change that -4 to a -3, making your next roll easier.
Yeah.
And you could also give him a tier 2 punch to the face.
Yeah, because I want to do some kind of damage.
-2.
I want to do some kind of damage. Yeah, so I think I'll do that. I'll do 2 to weaken and then 2 to disrupt.
Okay. So yeah, you rear back and just, slug him. He goes staggering back and the crowd is silent.
Can I headbutt him instead?
Sure.
Just for
Sure. Yep.
looking being cool, like he came. It's like, oh, you would cheat, and then she just kind of steps forward and bang, bends at the hip and just headbutts him.
But he does. So as you are doing that, like just before you connect with his head, he does actually get a punch in on you. Please make me a mitigate roll against a physical attack.
Okay, well, I'm a human war machine. I'm heavily armored. I can't use any of my cutting edge.
I honestly don't remember if in the rules I should tell you what you're gonna get, but I'm gonna tell you any. He is looking to inflict bruised 2 on you.
Okay. Is that supposed to change what I'm doing?
So for each point of power in a successful mitigate roll, which in this case is just a 7 or higher, you can decrease that by 1. So you would have 2 power. So if you succeed with these 2 tags, you would because he's going to give. He still has that.
I am wearing an EMP protection suit. So I don't know how he's hitting metal.
Sweet.
And
No, that's to keep your.
oh,
that's to keep-
sweet. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yep.
I can read.
Yep. But
So I'll
he
just
is.
use the
I mean,
two.
and his punch is like far. I mean, he's a big guy. He's all muscle except for maybe his beer belly. And even then, this punch is stronger than you would expect from someone with his build.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'm gonna mitigate.
Okay.
Come on. Yeah, 9.
Yep. Okay. Yeah,
10.
so yeah, and because you succeeded at a 10, you get power +1. So yes, you avoid. He goes for a gut punch, which is like one of your most strongly armored places for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then you headbutt him, and that takes the crowd out of it.
Oh, so the punch comes first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Genji, what are you doing?
Trying to recover as the crowd sort of falls silent and he can focus a bit better. Sort of try and recover and sort of figure out and if he can figure out what this Saint guy is trying. So I'll probably go with recover if I can.
Okay. Yeah.
So is there anything I should use?
So you're trying to recover? Are you trying to recover the magical backlash or the electrocuted? So the magical backlash, I would say you could use all 3 of your esoterica. And I will still also let you use the flask.
Okay. And that is mitigate at the top.
Nope. Okay. Well, 6. It's actually it's actually not mitigate. It's recover, which is then mitigate is only reactive.
Yeah. Okay.
So you do get 1 power to bring that down to a 2.
Yep.
But in exchange, unfortunately, because you're just piling on the statuses here,
Mm-hmm.
you
Lord,
get
Trade.
he's electrocuted? Jeez. I didn't know he was hurt.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he tried to pull the darts out of his chest and got zapped. You have been noticed. And the crowd, someone in the crowd, far too near you, said, "Hey, Saint, they got one of them magic dudes with them." And he looks at, he actually takes his eyes off of Valkyrie and locks eyes with Genji. Says,
Takes one to know one.
"I fight you."
She's going to double fist him. As soon as he looks away, she's double fisting him.
Which, of course,
Okay.
is the technical term.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's
Like, if he's looking to the left, she comes from the right. So like he's looking, she's gonna go.
okay.
Can I get some kind of bonus? The fact that he took his eyes off of me.
Nope.
Fuck. Okay, that's fine. Targeted attack.
Now the dice are loving you.
Let's go. So get 4 power again. Can I do? I'm gonna do the same thing, but can I put the crowd on my side
Sure.
and then give him another 2 power?
Okay.
Or is it called a 2 power tag?
It's a tier 2 status.
Yeah, tier 2
Yeah,
status.
you
for
punch him
disrupt.
again. So the way stacking statuses work in this game is
Mhm.
if someone already has a tier 2 and you give them, for example, a tier 1, now they have tier 1 and tier 2. If you give them tier 2 and they already have a 2, they get a 3. It goes up until it finds an empty slot.
Okay, but I still have to spend 2 power on that.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, he that actually got him. He was not expecting that, and basically, he looks back at you just in time for you to like completely power through him.
No one suspects the Ragnarok Incorporation, and she.
I didn't hear a bell. You hear a bell?
Ding!
Val Senpai! Yay! 5,000 credits!
Super kawaii! And she, you are formidable, Saint Bede. And she pats him on the shoulder.
We talk in my office.
What
And
we want.
she offers her hand to shake his hand.
He very, very cautiously.
And she will shake it good-naturedly.
Okay. Once he realizes that you are not intending to, crush his hand.
But do not. For some reason, I'm trying to pick up a Russian accent like he is. Do not hit dog drones again.
I do not take kindly to cheaters. So at this point you're back.
Yeah.
You're basically back at his office. You are excellent fighter. You do not need drones. You are drone.
You take any bonus you can get.
Yeah, we showed up without gloves, without gear.
But we had our Val, the only thing we need.
She is all gear. What are you talking about?
And can we possibly get something for our friend Genji over here?
Yeah, you guys got a corner man. I could do with one of those sponges.
I get you something, perk you right up. And he goes into the back and comes out with a a water squirt bottle. Drink. It will make you feel better.
Yeah.
Like a
Thanks. So before we sorry, I was trying to work out what your deal with the book. Fascinating. You could tell I'm a little bit of a student of the esoteric.
This is for show. This, and he pats the belt. This is strength of Mapinguari. Old spirit. Makes me very strong.
We do not wish to disrupt your establishment. We just want some information, and we will be on our way.
What do you want?
Yeah.
You have proven yourself. What do you want?
In another life, you knew a guy called Carl Mezek, a gem cutter. I mean, this stays between us.
Oh yeah, yes, he was my cellmate in Skeren.
Yeah, a law firm are looking to get him out of there.
Skeren is closed, I hear.
Unfortunately not. They've been taking about 3 blackbirds out there a day.
We need to get onto the island.
All right.
And no crocodiles.
Crocodiles is not in fashion.
Okay. So he does. He hasn't been back to Skiren since he escaped.
Yeah.
But of course, he's very well known and well loved here, and people talk. So he kind of gets you kind of a quick sketch map of of basically the safest way to go through the sludge zone. It's still not dry, but especially if you guys are on a time clock, nothing. You're not going to be able to commission anything in time to really make that happen.
A way through the dead marches.
He's in Scaron again.
Ox don't know it. Ox don't use it.
Yeah, your old Sally has the worst luck, unfortunately.
Number
Not
12.
a place I'd
Must-
wish on anybody.
Must be underground by now. Must be underwater by now. With your luck, probably haunted. If Carl is back in Skiren, he will try to retrieve the intaglio.
What was that?
When we were in Skiren, he created many gems. It was his hobbies, gem cutter. There was one. He called it an intaglio. Very, very intricate. Very dear to him. Some special value he would never tell me. He's probably foolish enough to try to get it.
He's hid it there?
When you are taken, they do not allow you time to gather your belongings. To Threadwell, you are belonging.
That's the corporal way. Interesting.
All right, well, if we can do anything to shut down Threadwell, once we cut a happy swath in their illegal prison, we'd be glad to help.
You also mentioned for certain exchange, I may be able to give you something else will help. And he, because Geji, you were the one who was talking about bribing him, right?
Yeah, payment for services rendered.
Yep.
Cerberus told him he had money.
Okay. Yeah. Then he is eyeing you. He is almost leering at you. Tell you what. This match costs my club a good bit of money. You say 200 credits and I believe something very valuable. Certainly worth it.
I mean, I assume I'm short at the moment, but might have to might see if anybody else has got, got anything on them.
Can I pay him with my expense account?
I think you might need to get a cash advance there.
Yeah.
ATM at the gas station.
Right. Yes, you can see. You may or may not have a corporate account, but they do pay well. So you can use Employee of Ragnarok, the arms industry.
Search and analyze or Mimir.
Yep. You can use both of those. That's fine.
Sweet. And what is this? A quick roll?
So this is actually going to be a mitigate roll against broke 3.
Does that chain broke 3 do anything to me? Or
it just means that whenever you're dealing with money, until you can recover that status, you'll have -3 to the roll.
Oh, I see. Sure. 9, 11.
Okay, so you have 5 power, so you can and each
Get
one
rid of the 3.
Yeah.
Like, get rid of the 3. Is that what you mean?
It's 1 power per tier that you.
Okay.
So yep, your account can handle that just fine. He
Wait.
goes back, goes to the wall, opens up a small safe. Drew this from memory when I first got out. If you are going after Carl, you need it more than I do. And he hands you a folded up piece of paper that gives you not status.
Paper.
Old
Yes.
school.
This is an antique.
Hmm?
Is this an antique? This piece of paper?
He gives you a map that he drew from memory of the basic prison layout.
Ooh, sweet.
Come on. Gotta do it this way. Right.
Since I had 5 power, can I use that last 2 to say that he marks where Carl's suite used to be? Or his
Sure.
house?
Yep.
Okay. Sweet.
And I think, Mike, we have another game at 4, so I think we're going to probably have to cut it there, unfortunately.
As we all stride 4 abreast out of the boxing
Ready to
club.
rock and roll. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Ready to find a
Fantastic. Thank you, Trevor, for running us through some Otherscape. This was super fun. I'm a big fan of the City of Mist games and their subsequent titles. So this was cool. First time running it on the channel. So fun times. That being said, let's go around, do our outros, get the hell out of here, and possibly do an after show. Let's jump first to our illustrious GM. Trevor, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? What are you up to?
Thanks, Mike. I am Trevor, the Vitruvian Meeple. You can find me here for the Patreon one-shots. You can find me over on my own YouTube channel at Vitruvian Meeple, where we play some Cypher System. We've got an ongoing campaign of that right now. We also have a series of random one-shots. We just did one with Blades of the Dark a few weeks ago that was just hella fun. You can find me on the Discord, though a lot of times my attention is pretty mixed. You can find me on Blue Sky, you can find me on Mastodon, and you can find me on Instagram.
Hell yeah. Right over to G. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what are you up to?
Hello, on the Friendly Neighborhood Lightning Invoker. You can find me in the next one shot with Iquin. And then you can see me tomorrow for Mundus Novus. And then next month, you'll find me in The Rise, which is the other Patreon campaign, and Age of Always, which is not Patreon campaign. You'll find me there. And you'll find me in the Discord and on Blue Sky.
Hell freaking yeah. Straight over to Iquin. Who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
Well, hello, Hiroshi here. I am everywhere. I am on the Mastodon, the unMadeGaming one, the best one. Oh, and then I am in the Discord, and I do some spooky wookie things with Call of Cthulhu. So I can see you there. Bye y'all now.
Spooky Wookie is the best description of what Iquin does, and we'll never live it down now.
Yeah, he does the spooky wookie. And last but not least, Profo, who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
I'm a Profo. You find me wherever Profos are found. I am in the middle of planning more episodes of writing. I had an idea earlier. Well, several. You know, it snowballs. And yeah, there'll be more of that returning to the channel at some point in a totally we promise you one shot format.
Hell freaking
Because it works so well every other time.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna do something with Ghosts and a Rush song, of course.
Hey,
very on brand.
My one shot took 5 episodes, so you still have time.
Yeah. My one shots were
Okay.
forced into a campaign, so I get you. That's it for us. We will see you guys next time, but stick around. We have another one shot coming up shortly. So for now, that's it from us. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.